Good morning everyone, I am back from my vacation. I am ready to make more NGS videos. So in case you guys didn't notice, I literally wore the same shirt for the past like 5 videos because I recorded all 5 videos on the same night. Literally on the day of the bouncer update, I recorded 5 videos and then I went on vacation. So that's why it looks like I never changed shirts for like 5 videos or 5 days straight. Okay, just to clear things up, even though I know nobody really cares. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about this update or the bouncer update and what I think about it. But first of all, if you're new to the channel, I'm trying to hit 50,000 subs before the end of the year. If we manage to hit that goal, I will shave my head bald. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to look at is of course the Steam charts. Now do keep in mind that this only counts the Steam players, you know, people who play off the Microsoft Store or the Epic Game Store or through your Xbox. You know, those statistics will not be included here. But nevertheless, it does show a very clear trend where, you know, player base was pretty much dwindling off because there was no content. And then finally the bouncer update went live and we had 6,901 players online at my midnight, which is basically like an hour after the servers went live, I believe. Like Block 7 was full, people couldn't even get in, and it really reminded me of the launch of NGS where there was just tons of people playing the game. It was a good time, everything was great. This was what I initially thought. However, after reflecting a couple days and looking at the statistics, so let's go to 6 months ago. You can see over here that little blip is nothing compared to launch. Launch is 59,000 active players versus a little blip of 6,900. You know, it's a pretty stark difference when you're looking at this chart now that you have it visualized. And again, this only consists of the Steam numbers. So Sega still has a long way to go in improving the game. The game is far from perfect, but it was a good start. So what I'm hoping is Sega's going to improve the game and add more content every single month, and we're slowly going to see the reverse happen. So, you know, we're like here-ish right now, and then slowly we're going to get more and more players, and maybe in the December update we get up to the 15,000, and then as we get more content, you know, we eventually get back up to its former glory of 59,000, right? That's what I am hopeful for. That's what I'm expecting to happen as long as Sega keeps up with the content. Because NGS at its current state, with the mission pass, with the Battledia, with the weapon camos, with the bouncer class, this is the content that can keep players busy for about like a week, I want to say. So they do need to step up a little bit more on the content side to keep players busy, to keep players engaged in the game. Now of course we still have the Halloween update coming on the 27th, so that's literally a week and 1 day from today's upload, so we got that to look forward to. But with the current pacing of NGS, a lot of players are just going to be waiting for the December update. That way they have a little bit more content to chew through, because at the moment with the bouncer update and the mission pass, it's really just like a 1 week thing and you're done leveling up your bouncer, you're done grinding your Battledia things, and you're just like, oh, that's it for the Battledia. And then the mission pass is literally just do your weeklies and do your dailies. So it's literally the same thing as what we've always been doing. It's just that, hey, there's a little bit more incentive to do it now, you know, since you want to progress through the battle pass, especially for the free-to-play to get that 3-day shop pass. But the rewards overall, from what I've heard from the community, has been rather lackluster. Most of the people I've talked to are quite disappointed in the mission pass. They're like, oh, the cosmetic rewards aren't that great, and the shop pass, there's only one shop pass and it's near the end. So, you know, most people are a little bit bummed out about it. So I do think that, hey, Sega might want to look at the mission pass. It's a good start, right? You know, it's season 1 of the mission pass, whatever. But maybe they should revamp it, add in more cosmetic items, add an extra shop pass or 2, you know, give us 2 3-day shop passes, or maybe even 3. That would be really nice. And maybe give us more ways to earn those special scratch tickets, so we have more chances to earn those special weapon camos, as well as, of course, more star gems. Now, of course, I can't forget about the Battledia. I think the Battledia is a great implementation, a great idea. However, there are a couple things that I am a little bit peeved about. One is the cost, or at least the drop rate for these triggers. They are a little bit on the low side. Now I do understand, they don't want to rain and shower you with a bunch of these triggers to the point where people aren't even leveling up in combat zones and they just run the yellow triggers over and over and over. But I do think that the purple triggers should definitely drop a little bit more often, because I've grinded for about 6 hours now and I haven't seen a single one. So I'm a little bit surprised on like, hey, where do these drop? Because the yellow ones I've gotten 8 from drops and I've got a bunch from the mission pass and all that jazz, but haven't seen a single purple one yet. So I am a little bit like, yo, what's going on? Because I do want to run the purple one, because apparently if you run that you have a chance of getting scratch ticket. And of course the purple triggers are considered the end game, the challenge, because you're fighting all of these gigantics with 4 players. But I just haven't seen any of the purple triggers. Maybe I'm grinding in the wrong place? Let me know in the comment section below. I've been grinding labs and Mount Magnus and I haven't seen a single trigger yet. But the yellow ones, they drop here and there, but it's still a little bit scarce because you do need 5 of them in order to open up a trigger, which is a little bit steep, especially considering the drop rate. So my suggestion is either decrease the cost to just 1 trigger or 3 triggers, or increase the drop rate for these triggers so that people have more access to it. Another thing that I like about these triggers is, of course, if you are the host, only the host needs to pay, so that it's easier to power level your friends. So let's say that you have a friend that's new in NGS and then they want to play with you and they can't gain access to like a rank 2 area because they're too low level, their battle power is too low. You can power level them by using these triggers, the yellow triggers, and get them to level 15 really quickly so that they can equip those 4-star rarity weapons, and that way they can join you in rank 2 combat zones or Resil Forest and level up with you. Now I do see a problem with these yellow triggers, and that is of course the amount of EXP that we're getting right now. It's great until level 20. However, when we get the level cap increased to level 35 in the December update, that 23,000 EXP is definitely not going to cut it. I'm wondering if we're going to get new triggers in the new zone, because it would be really strange if there wasn't new triggers in the new zone with, new purple triggers, new yellow triggers, whatever. I do hope that Sega's thought this through and made sure that we will be getting new triggers in the new zone. So in conclusion, what do I think about this update? It is a great first step, right? Very good update overall. There is content, we can see the foundation being built of future content. However, I do worry about the pacing that content is being released. It is very much on the slow side. However, we have yet to see the December update. It really depends on how much content we are getting in the December update, since they did say that it is a big update every 6 months. But from what we can see from the monthly updates or the every 2 months updates, it is pretty small, as they did state in their own roadmaps. They are small updates, a new class, a new event, stuff like this, and the events, they definitely need to work on that. Stop rehashing the same stuff. It gets boring very quickly. Please spice things up a little bit in the future. But overall, I personally am pretty happy with this update because it just builds on the foundation. It just shows that Sega does have a vision, a future for this game, but we just got to give them time, and that they are very slow. And so we just got to be really patient. But I have faith that there will be a lot more content in the future. We just have to wait for it, and that is the most difficult part. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it interesting. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
Can I say except you're welcome for the